Deciphering the processes below our feet that made our planet evolve over the past billions of years has attracted the curiosity of mankind ever since. The International Continental Scientific Drilling Program has, with its new science plan, set an inspiring frame for future research and invites scientists to take part in international groundbreaking ICDP projects. Modeling and surface samples have substantially advanced our understanding on how our Earth works and moves.
Scientific drilling, however, is the only way to get ground truth from what is happening below our feet. And that is where the ICDP comes in. ICDP provides the framework to test the investigative tool of scientific drilling and to test models from information gathered at the Earth's surface. The 4 prime science themes that ICDP wants to tackle in the next decade and that will be introduced to you by the key experts of the respective theme are geodynamic processes, geohazards, georesources, and last but not least, environmental change. And now I will hand over the mic to my fellow experts who will introduce the themes in more detail to you.
Under the theme Geodynamic Processes, ICDP investigates how our planet formed and evolved over 4.5 billion years, with particular interest on Earth's apparently unique life-sustaining habitat. This theme addresses fundamental scientific questions, such as: when did plate tectonics on Earth begin? How did life on Earth originate? What were the processes controlling the development of Earth's atmosphere-hydrosphere-biosphere system? And how were the mineral resources so essential to modern life generated? Understanding our planet and the processes that formed it is essential for maintaining Earth's environment and resources for the future.
Geohazards, such as earthquakes, volcanoes, and landslides, pose a dramatic hazard to mankind. An additional hazard also comes from meteorite impacts. The resulting risks are ever increasing due to population growth, especially near hazard hotspots, and that is why ICDP aims to focus on 3 major challenges in the upcoming decade. First, what are the main drivers initiating and controlling earthquakes, volcanic eruptions, and landslides, and how can we better protect mankind from the resulting risks? Second, how can we distinguish faults that are active from those not being active and therefore not posing any hazard? Same for volcanoes. We need to identify active volcanoes from those who are not potentially erupting in the near future. And last but not least, how can we identify eventually upcoming landslides? And third, how can we generate a better understanding of the physical processes in order to extend warning time for each of the hazards to better protect mankind?
We live in a world where the climate is changing and populations are growing fast, and we need to move to more low-carbon economies.
We need to be able to harness renewable energy, store our waste materials, and access all of those raw materials that we need to build all the technology that's now around us every day. ICDP projects will look at how we can make use of geothermal energy, how we can capture CO2 emissions and store them beneath the ground, and how we can find resources of the critical raw materials that we need for modern and low-carbon technologies.
That's where ICDP work can come in. To understand those georesources, we have to be able to look at the subsurface, and to do that, we need to use scientific drilling.
These sediments here were deposited 130 million years ago. I can almost hear the waves washing across the shores. They store invaluable information about the environment at that time through their biological remains, their lithology, or their geochemical signatures. understanding the current transient Earth, including climate change and evolutionary processes, needs knowledge of past environmental conditions, as some of these periods represent analogons of our future Earth. While these sediments are here exposed, some of the best unaltered and most continuous archives are only accessible through scientific drilling. We rely on ICDP to recover these archives, as only international joint drilling projects will provide the needed scientific and technical expertise to read these books.
In addition to these 4 science themes that ICDP will focus on in the coming years, I'm more than happy to announce a breakthrough in our collaboration with our offshore sibling, the International Ocean Discovery Program, IODP. From now on, we will have a special focus on land-to-sea drilling, fostering attempts for research goals that can be only addressed by amphibious drilling.